Well, hey, man, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey. Let's go ahead and get into the latest episode of The Challenge. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all, we back on the challenge. Look, they are bringing the TV that I need to see right now, okay? The challenges and the messiness. Let's go ahead and get into it, because Fessy opens up the show being fake as hell as he's talking to Big T. Now, Big T is a veteran, but she over here wondering why I ain't know about everything that was going on. Why y'all wasn't over here including me? Is there still an alliance? Am I outside of the circle? What is going on, okay? So she wants to know about the plan. Like, did you know about Kels and whatever else? What's happening here with the mess? Okay, she's feeling left out because if she isn't being included on what's going on, then she could be considered to be basically a target because she's on the outside of the circle. Coriel somewhere over there pressed, honey. Okay, he's talking to Gabo. I hope that's his name. Okay, he over there talking to Gabo like, listen, everybody on my head, they keep saying my name ever since Anissa brought me up, honey. I feel like, listen, they trying to get your boy up out the house. All right, I'm like, yes, Coriel, you are indeed a threat. They view you as a threat as they did with Kels. Okay, that's just what that is. What else do we have here? He said that he's starting to believe he's next, and that he's noticing that the games that the vets are starting to play is for us voting in all of the rookies. Now it's time for the rookies to try and win something. And I'm like, baby, when is y'all gonna do it? When is y'all finna gear up and do some things and vote some of these vets out, baby? What is going on? Y'all losing a whole lot of people. Okay, meanwhile, Gabo over there feeling real comfortable with the veteran that he got. He feel like he's real safe. He not on the chopping block. That's why he's able to work out in peace, honey. So the challenge comes around. What do we see with the challenge? So they had to like jump off this cliff into the water, go into the water, find a bomb, take the bomb and put it back on, I believe, the swim back to the shore. They had to jump down into the water, swim into the cave, find the bomb, come out, and I think like the scuba driver, whoever the person is, they were supposed to take them back to shore. They get the bomb and they sit it on top of wherever the little stand is, right? It was a whole mess, honey. So there were a few things that happened during this challenge that had me hollering. So Michelle busted her nose, child. So Michelle was going hard, but right up under her nose, girl, it was a lot of bleeding going on this episode, okay? Tori and everyone else, because it was the race between Coriel, Michelle, and Tori and her partner. So they running, they racing, they trying to get it together. Miss Tori and them beat them. They came in like a split second after Tori and them. Tori tells her that her nose is bleeding, but also the whole time she's like, oh, baby girl is a beast. What the hell was I thinking? This woman is a beast. Therefore, this woman needs to go. So y'all already know, should Tori win another one, her mind is on Miss Michelle. Okay, she's gonna have to figure out a way to get Miss Michelle out of the house because now she's a target. Okay, but at this point, y'all, I'll be honest, I'm starting to feel like I want Tori gone. Because I see the fakeness in Tori, just like I see with some of these guys, the way that she went over there to Jeremiah and them and was like, who would you guys like to go up against? Like all the fakeness for me. And it's just, I'm gonna give Tori a little more time, but I'm starting to want Tori and Josh to be gone. Both of y'all. Somebody may step up in front of Miss Tori that make me want them to be gone home before Tori, but my head is on Miss Tori and Josh. I think that's his name, Josh, that concocted a plan to get Kels up out the house. I want that mother gone. Okay, so we see that Tommy, I believe that's his name, Tommy the redhead. So he's out there competing, doing his thing, baby. He done came up out his damn clothes. All right, so he's a booty ball naked, honey. He done stretched out, laid out on the ground. He could barely keep his balance and everything. So people are worried about him, but he definitely finished the challenge from what it looks like, okay? Meanwhile, this was the hilarious part for me. So Tasha and Jeremiah was up there doing all that talking about how it's going to be when they jump down there in the water and stuff. Everything was going to be good. Well, honey, they jumped down in the water, and then all of a sudden, I see Tasha jumping on Jeremiah's head like she trying to drown this man. I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am, Pam, Sam. You are not jumping on your partner trying to drown this man. Who team are you on? I was so confused, okay? He kept trying to come up, get his balance, figure out which way to go, kept trying to come up, didn't know, have no direction, didn't know what to do. She jumping on this. He said, Tasha, I need you to get off me. I'm trying to breathe. I'm trying to breathe. Imagine that. I don't know if he knows how to swim or anything, but I definitely would have been freaked out. I definitely probably would have been a Tasha, but I feel like I would have at least tried a little bit, girl. Tasha found the nearest brick. She found the nearest piece of brick or whatever she could get to mountain rock, whatever it was, she went over there, got over there, and held on for dear life. Honey, it's needless to say, they didn't even finish the challenge. And I'm like, Jeremiah, you the man. Like, you ain't go in there, swim, and go and try and have any effort. You ain't do nothing. Girl, that whole thing was a shambles, and it was a mess. And I cannot remember who said it in the confessional, but they were just saying, like, oh, well, if these two can't even complete a challenge, then they're definitely a target. I said, no, they're not. That is not a target at all. If they can't complete a challenge, that means y'all may need to keep them around, okay? Because y'all probably can beat them in other stuff as well. And they haven't really won a challenge yet. So where was that even coming from? But anyway, so they had to go ahead and send some people out there to save them, honey, and get them back to shore. Girl, I was screaming. It was so hilarious. This girl jumping on this man. He was like, Tasha, get off me. I'm trying to breathe. She was just freaking out in the water, freaking completely out. But okay. So anywho, the winners ended up being Tori and Ed. That's Tori's partner's name, Ed. So Tori and Ed won this challenge. Okay. Now, when Tori and Ed won this challenge, we realized that Corey, Elle, and Michelle came in a close second right behind them. Okay. So Corey, Elle, and Michelle are definitely pressed now because y'all already know Corey L feels like his name has been in everybody's mouth at this point, and they are gunning for him. And I'm like, you're right, they are. So we see where Tori's speaking with Anissa and Devin. All right, she wants to get Big T out the house because, you know, she's still mad about the fact that Big T put her up against Anissa last year, and she ended up going home. She put her up against her best friend, and she ended up going home. So she's ready to go ahead and pay her back. And Devin is like, no, I disagree with that because you're gonna shake up. I feel like Devin felt the same way as, I hope his name was Carl, felt the same way as him. Like, girl, you're gonna shake up the alliance. Like, you got to be a little careful with that. Like, that's not a good plan. Okay, if you gonna put somebody up, and when it comes to guys, I think you need to put up Emmanuel. He also said Tommy, Emmanuel, or Corey L. I said, Tommy done sat up here and damn near fainted. He done fell out to the ground. Like, you want to put Tommy up? I guess. I thought y'all wanted competitors there that you guys can beat, but okay. He also suggests that he wants Berna to go in there. He was like, girl, you can put Berna up, because how I'm feeling at this point, I do not like Berna. Berna is weird, and she's distracting my man, Nelson. Now, see, Nelson, I feel like you're going to mess around and be a target for the vets in a minute. Based on your focus and your heavy support of Miss Berna, okay? And you already know your girl, your ex-girl, can't even think of her name, but ex-girl, you already know she on your head anyway. She already feeling away. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and move on. So let's move on. Okay, so Tommy returns to the house, and we find out that Tommy is indeed leaving because he actually has a concussion. So he got to go ahead and go home. And I feel bad for Tommy because I know Tommy wanted to be there. He seems like he's such a sweetheart. I feel so bad for him. Miss Big T pulled him to the side, and she just cried her eyes out, and she's like, you're such a good person, and I hate that this had to happen to you. I was like, I know. Why this couldn't happen to Josh? Why could Josh not have gotten a concussion? What the hell? What is this? So I really hated to see that he had to leave, but I know his fiance was looking forward to seeing him as well as his students, but I wish he would have got to stay. So I know he's definitely going to get an invite to come back next year. So hopefully he does. Let's go ahead and move on to deliberation, child, because deliberation got messy. So I don't know who it was, but she opened up her mouth and was like, y'all doing all this cute talking, girl. That's not why we here. Get to the point. Which one of you is not trying to be eliminated? Let's talk about it. Who ain't trying to go home? So everybody opened up and spoke their piece. Well, really, Tasha spoke her piece. Okay. And then Jeremiah spoke his piece and said, y'all put me down there, I'm coming back. So what else is going on? Okay. Then here go Josh, messy ass, gonna tell Big T, I think you need to speak up. I said, shut your bitch up. Okay. You can shut your up right now. Shut up. Oh, I don't like him. But anyway, so Tasha, Devin said after Jeremiah was like, you put me down there, I'm coming back. Devin said, well, okay, then, well, if that's the case, then, honey, please tell us. If not you, then who? Here go Tasha with her big, wide body mouth. Just, well, I feel like if it's not going to be us or whatever like that, then it need to be Corey, Elle, and Michelle. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say y'all name, but I just had to say something. I had to get it out. Corey L said, oh, so you just had to say my name? I was with Corey all day long. Here go Michelle. No, I understand. I get it. You know, I totally understand. I understand why you feel that way. I get it. No, bitch, I don't understand. I'm with Corey. You had to say my name. Out of all these people in here, you chose to say my name? Really? And then you gonna say another rookie name? Why you ain't say no vet name? But the vet's the one that's putting you in it anyway. Girl, I couldn't. I was with Corey L all day. Okay. So what else is going on? Big T finally speaks up because Tori Messy has decided to say, if you're sitting here and you're acting all comfortable as though, you know, nobody will vote you in. Okay. And you're absolutely sure that you're one of those people that's been walking around telling things as if other people are not saying the same thing that you're saying. Word is getting out about you. Then you may want to be one of the people to speak up. So basically she was talking about Big T. Big T, her up, and I ain't mind Big T, you know what I'm saying it with her chest. Big T was like, first of all, Miss Mother, okay, everybody else in here, I'm cool with everybody. So that's just that on that. I know how to separate, you know, friendship from the game all day. So if you think that I'm around here telling these rookies or whatever, I'm telling them that's you wrong, because I'm tired of y'all going around figuring that out. Okay, you can be friends in this game. And so Tori said, and what happens when you're friends? You put them up against each other. So clearly Tori's not over what happened last year. And then the other young lady, still can't think of this lady's name. I think it's the same one that was drunk last weekend, said she wanted Burner out the house. She was like, yeah, you also threw me in elimination too. So everybody on Big T head or whatever. And I'm like, Big T, let them put you in them. You better make sure you bring your stuff back so you can put them right back where they need to be. Okay. But later on, right after that, we see that Tasha and Jeremiah were the ones that were thrown to the wolves at the end of the day. Now, when it came down to it, Big T and Tori went to go have a conversation. And I believe that's his name, Carl. So Big T was just letting her know, like, girl, if you're going to put me in the elimination round, girl, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I have no choice but to understand it based on what I did to you last season. And then Tori said, well, girl, I'm glad you understand it, because here's the thing for me. Okay. You just might go into the elimination round, but it ain't because I'm being petty and I'm holding, you know what I'm saying, some type of, you know, issue with you from last year. You know, it's just that I ain't really got that many options. And I'm over here like, Tori, you lying again with your fake. You over here lying again, Tori. Just be honest, girl, because you're not being honest for real. The only thing you was honest about is that she might go down there in that pit. That's the only thing that you was honest about. So then Carl said, you sure you want to do that? Because if you do that, then girl, you know what I'm saying, everybody's going to start feeling as though the veteran alliance is off. She was like, oh, so you think that's what they're going to do? And he was like, oh, yeah, it's a possibility. Okay, you don't want to piss off a lot of the vets. They want to pick off all of the rookies and then just have a veteran show towards the end, girl. Like, be careful. And I think she really took in what he had to say, in addition to what Devin had already told her. So I think those were the things that were the deciding factor for her to decide on who she wanted to go down there, right? So Tori goes and asks with her messy ass, fake ass, and I already knew she was on some humbug. When she went over there and asked them, Tasha and Jeremiah, so who would you guys, you know, I really like you guys, you know. Girl, it just... look, it'd be triggering. Anyway, she was like, I really like you guys or whatever. So I just really want to know, who would you guys want to go up against? Like, tell me. And Jeremiah was like, it's whatever with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. Like, it's whatever. And then here goes Tasha. Well, I would like to go up, Michelle. Like, you just do Michelle. I guess she gave her a few names. She said, well, I can't promise you, girl, but I'll see what I can do. Thank you for the recommendations. Okay. That's what that was. Only for them to get to the elimination round. And she says, Burner. So Miss Michelle, I'm not Michelle, but Miss Tasha started feeling away anyway, because she was like, oh, really? So you're going to say Burner. So that's how we doing. You're going to put my roommates and stuff out there when I gave you some names and you ain't calling on none of them people. And I'm like, well, Miss Tasha, you can't be mad. You can't be mad, girl, because number one, she told you she can't promise you. And number two, you know, you handled that challenge earlier that day like a dumb plum fool. So you really don't even have no right and no suggestions as to who you get to battle in the last round, girl. Goodbye with that. Okay, so then what else happened? Burner ends up winning the challenge. They did some little poll challenge where they had to stack them up. And I felt like Burner stack up a few and then start filling them from the top if you can a little bit. Like, yeah, like those little handles. Like, I mean, she ended up winning, but how I was looking at it was like, put them further up, right? So you can probably step your foot on the little hooks or whatever that needs to hold them, but step up, hold them, you know, put the poles up further so you can go ahead and step up higher. Go ahead and start placing them at the top and then feel your way down. That way you ain't got to keep knocking them down when you're trying to get all the way up to the top. Does that make sense? Those hooks they had, unless they told them they couldn't do that. All right, they could have said that they couldn't do that. But if you could have, I would have used some little hooks as stepping stones, okay? I would have grabbed as many poles and start filling them from the top if I could, and then start bringing them all the way down. But, you know, that's just me, you know what I'm saying? Either way, Miss Burner won the challenge, okay? And Tasha just didn't seem like she had no urgency about herself when she was doing the challenge anyway. I was like, hurry up and send this lady home, please. Hurry up and send her home. Girl, you got you got Nelson over here screaming for Miss Burner. Then you got his ex-girl over here screaming for Tasha. A mess, girl. That whole plan you had to get Berna out of the house is not working. But should she win a challenge again, Miss Berna, be ready because you're gonna be right back down there in that pit. Okay, Berna has decided that she is going to stay with CT. Meanwhile, Jeremiah and Big T have to now link up and be partners. So the guys, because Tommy left, Devin was right. No guy had to challenge each other because Tommy had already left. So the guys, Jeremiah was safe. Okay. So Jeremiah and Corey L, they were safe. So it was what it was. But we did see at the end what Tasha went off on Tori because she was really mad. And I'm like, I mean, go off on her because I don't really care about her. But at the same time, girl, you can't be trusting people out here in this game. You know that it's just a game. Everybody out here for really they self. So why are you so mad? Why are you so upset? Why are you over here trying to cuss this lady out? Girl, you did terrible. You already tried to drown your teammate. Go home. Go home and enjoy your night, girl. That's all I got. It was another good episode. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below on how you felt about the challenge, honey. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.